everyone, Ryan here. Today we're taking you along for a full walkthrough of the 2025 Northeast Loggers Expo in Bangor, Maine. If you're into grinders, chippers, processors, or just love heavy iron, this is definitely a show to check out. This year the event was hosted at the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor. It's about a 4-hour drive from central Massachusetts, but we had several inventory stops along the way, so the trip was pretty broken up. By the way, if you want to check out any of that inventory that we've added, there's a link in the description. Click it and see what we've got going on. Now, I was only able to make it up for Saturday of this year just because it's been a busy week. We got an early start, check-in was pretty quick and simple, but once you get your badge, you walk straight down the hall into the Maine Convention Center. Since the forecast called for rain around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we decided to start outdoors. Once you step out of the Cross Insurance Center, you're greeted by the United Forestry area, which they did bring some pretty impressive equipment. The Morbark 3036 chipper, some Rayco mulchers, as well as a big John Deere 748 skidder. There were a bunch of smaller units too, but we decided to make our way across the street, planning to do a loop back later. That's when we came across the Ragnar Tech 9700 grinder and several of their attachments for tree care. We had a chance to speak with Nate and Anders, and we'll be doing a full video on their grinder coming soon, so keep an eye out for that one. Next up, we checked out the annual Weiler Loader Competition hosted by Milton Caterpillar, which is always cool to see the skilled operators training for that title. Next, we stopped by the Ponzi display, which was right next to the Rotney Harvesters and Forwarders. We kept going through the Caterpillar area and then swung over to the whited truck section because they had brought out the Banded Beast from Green Mountain Compost, which was pretty good looking. It was great to catch up with the guys at Rock and Recycling because they had brought out a complex crocodile shredder and 2 stackers. Vermeer brought out a couple of chippers, as well as an HG6000, though I was kind of hoping to see their low-speed shredder. High Ground Equipment was out in full force with 2 CBI grinders and some of their new green tech gear. As we kept walking through the aisles, we saw everything from Wood-Mizer sawmills, Fay mulching heads, Grib buckets, as well as some Serco loaders mounted onto Peterbilts. Cord King had brought out their usual awesome firewood processing display. Always fun to watch that in action. Of course, we had to stop and check out the latest in saw heads. Always something new in that space. But one thing that I really like about the Loggers Expo is it's super family friendly. There's tons of stuff to do with the kids and really enjoy. As the rain moved in, we headed inside. The hall is huge, and this year Tigercat really dominated the space. They had their 6900 grinder as well as the H822E harvester on display. Plenty of folks were shopping for gear and loading up on merch, but the indoor vendors offered everything from insurance and blade sharpening to magazine subscriptions and banking. Towards the end of the walkthrough, we checked out the National Attachments booth, which brought a great selection of Nye gear, but we finished off completely with the Milwaukee Tools booth, checking out the latest line of hand tools. All in all, great show. Worth the trip, even with the weather. I got to catch up with some good friends, see some new gear, and get my hands on some new standout equipment. Next year, the show moves to Vermont, so we'll be doing a full walkthrough on that one. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and check out the latest gear that we have listed below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.